Despite an unpredictable year that saw high unemployment and shutdowns from the pandemic, New Mexico is looking at a record-setting year for revenue. News 13's Rachel Knapp spoke with state lawmakers today about that windfall. She's here tonight with more. Rachel?
Dean, New Mexico is projected to have $1.4 billion more in its budget than it did last year, but state lawmakers have different ideas on how to spend it. The pandemic caused panic, so state lawmakers trimmed the budget to make sure we would stay afloat. But in a recent legislative finance report, things are actually looking up for New Mexico. The state is looking at $8.8 billion in revenue in the coming budget year. That's $1 billion more than last year.
There were some unexpected things. We had gross receipts on internet sales kicked in this last year. We didn't know what that was gonna do, and it turns out that was a godsend early on when we didn't know what was going to happen with the COVID.
Most of the success is from oil and gas and higher than expected personal income taxes and gross receipts taxes. Analysts say the federal stimulus money helped boost spending, and now that COVID restrictions have lifted and places are reopening, people are getting hired and wages are increasing. We can expect personal income taxes to continue to grow.
We're just very happy. I mean, all that stress from years past is now behind us. The roller coaster of state government has stopped. We're now on the Ferris wheel, and we can govern again and project out into the future and invest in the future.
With $1.4 billion in new money, lawmakers are thinking about how to invest it. One state representative says that money could help in infrastructure projects and beef up funding for state agencies.
But also invest in early childhood education and increase the salaries of early childhood providers and make sure that there's a pathway for all New Mexicans to get into that profession. So taking a hard look at our universities and ask ourselves, do we really want to develop, world-class research institutions? And I think that's a good dollar spent as well.
One state senator says we should make sure our reserve funds are healthy in case the oil market plunges again. And instead, New Mexico should invest in new revenue streams. We're
going to have to do some kind of a structure, and that really means that we need to develop our business economy, our business climate, so that we can have more Facebooks and more Intels and more of those kind of industries. And they need to be all over the state, not just in Albuquerque metro area. We've got to get them out in Clovis and Farmington and Clayton and wherever.
Lawmakers will decide what to do with the money when the legislative session begins in January. Back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you. That state revenue bump does not include the $1.75 billion in federal COVID relief funds that the governor's office has only partially earmarked.